Good morning. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Whoops, moving my desk around and dropping stuff already. How are you this morning? I've got a busy day going on for me. I hope you have a nice, relaxing, or fun or busy day as well. Something you want to do. I am going out to dinner with my cousin. She is about the same age as I am. I like to tell her she's my older cousin because she was born in December and I was born in February. And her husband and Ken, of course. And we're going to go to a place that they've chosen, and they go often, and it has music. So I think there's going to be a little bit of tapping our feet or maybe even getting up and dancing. We will see. It should be fun. And also, I am going to be delivering some catalogs today. So we are going to leave our house a little bit early so I can make some drop-offs and deliver some of the new mini catalogs to those of you who live in Tracy, Manteca, Lathrop, Stockton areas. So yeah, we have a busy day. Ken's doing a little bit of work around the house. He's putting up some lights around the fence that's around the pool. A string went out. And at night, it looks so pretty when all the lights are on. And this whole string is out, right? And so we're like, oh, those squirrels, they just chew through everything. No, when he was trimming bushes, he clipped. It was not the squirrels. So we apologized to Chip and Dale. They did not do this damage. We did our own damage. And a couple other little things that he's doing around the house. I'm going to do a little bit of housework and watering, and then we're going to head out. So yeah, it's a busy Wednesday. The biggest thing that's happening, how could I forget? My Brycey is coming today. He lands in the afternoon, but hey Patsy, I probably won't get to see him until tomorrow because we might be out late, 8:30 or so. And anyway, he'd probably go see his brother, and so he'll be around for a couple of days, so I'll get to see him tomorrow for sure. And his favorite is pumpkin pie. So I went to Costco yesterday and bought him a pumpkin pie, and his brother's favorites is potato chips. So I bought a big bag of potato chips, and his other brother's favorite is Madeline cookies. So I bought a package of Madeline cookies. And so all three of the boys are gonna get something for their tummy when I see them. And yeah, it's just gonna be a fun next few days. So welcome, Patsy. Thank you for telling me you're here. It is 9 o'clock, so I am going to officially get started with, hi Karen, with my Facebook Live. Okay, so I'm going to turn you down, and we're just going to get right to it so we can all get to our busy day. Now, I want to remind you that I'm changed my camera around a little bit, so I'm still fumbling around. Hi, Melody. Welcome. All right. So let's see. Hey, Richard. Let's see. Is this backwards? Yes, it is. Let's change that around. And there we go. All right. Now you can read it. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my Facebook page, Stampin' All Day with Bev. I'm so glad you're here. Now, why won't that disappear? Hold on a minute. I'm going to change it back, and it should disappear, but it's not. Oh, well, guess that blocks my comments. Well, something weird is happening. So if I don't see your comments, I will answer you later. Is that backwards again? Yep. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. All right, welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. I am your host, Beverlee Morales, and I live in Tracy, California. I have an August host code. Here it is, so you can use that if you place an order with me, and you can shop with me at beverleystamps.stampinup.net. Also, I have a YouTube channel. If you welcome to you, my YouTube followers, subscribers. If you have a friend that might like to watch on YouTube rather than Facebook, those are my replays. I put them on as soon as I can, but my channel is just my name. Also, if you win anything or I mention you and you want to reach out to me about anything, email is the fastest way you can get to me. So if you would copy down my email, you'll have that as well. All right, there is my housekeeping. Here is a list of what I used today, and the MC means it's in the mini catalog, and the AC means it's in the annual catalog. I'm using the Peaceful Evergreen Bundle and the Peaceful Season Stamp Set and those wonderful Spotlight on Nature dies. New that you've never seen before is the Forever Plaid folder. It's in the mini. And I remember to put down you need a cut and emboss machine if you're going to use a folder. And for this folder, you're going to need this platform, and there is the number. I'm also using the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper. And I'm using that not only because it's beautiful, but darn it, I can't see any names at all. I'm going to have to wait until I watch my replay and then I can see, but I see quite a few of you are on here, so thank you for being here, ladies. The Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper is not only gorgeous, and it's the name fits it perfectly. It's sentimental. It just brings out your memories of Christmas, maybe young and old. If you're vintage, you're going to love it for that reason. If you like blue in your Christmas, you're going to love it for that reason. But what I love it in addition to all those things is that Stampin' Up! Is going to donate $3 to children's literacy every time somebody purchases either the suite that it comes in or the DSP by itself. So yeah, if you want to donate $3, it will automatically happen from you through Stampin' Up! So that's a nice thing to know. I'm using basic beige cardstock. What I didn't realize when I was using this paper, that basic beige looks so beautiful with it. It has basic beige in it, so of course it coordinates well, and I will be showing you that. Then Pretty Peacock cardstock. Oh my gosh, Pretty Peacock is such a beautiful color. One of my downline customers, Reiko, had always loved Pretty Peacock from the first time it came out. And she'd tell me that was her favorite color, that's her favorite color. And I'm like, yeah, it is pretty, but it's not my favorite. Well, she was right. It grew on me big time, and it is a gorgeous color. I'm using Real Red ink, a Pretty Peacock ink, and the Cherry Cobbler and Gold New Ribbon in the mini catalog. Stampin' tools are my snips. I have both, I have two pairs, ribbon snips, one for ribbon, one for paper. And then my Take Your Pick tool, my adhesives, my paper trimmer, my glass mat, which includes the chamois that I clean my stamps with. And there's also, in case you didn't know, there's this little mat that comes with the glass mat as well. And you can use it to mix color in these spots. It's very flexible. It's nice. I just keep my chamois in it always because my chamois is damp. And so those are the things I'm using today. You can take a snapshot of that, and then you can order things that you want. Because my comments are not showing, I'm going to have to do what I was going to do later. So come back and watch later. Come back and look to see if I comment to you specifically, because I want to give away some cards, and I was going to give away cards to people who made comments. So comment something, and you might be one of the lucky winners of these two cards that I made yesterday on my Paper Pumpkin pop-up. So I'm going to give away two cards, one to one lucky winner and one to one other lucky winner. And I will need your address emailed to me if you're not a customer that orders from me. Now, if you're a customer that orders from me, I have your address already. But if you are not, then send me your address via my email, and you might win one of these cards. Yippee. All right. So let me move my DSP. Let me get my package of paper. Well, let me show you the card first. This card is a little special because it's not just a card. It's a card and an ornament. I have a tree that I place in my den. Now this year it's going to be different, but I will still use this ornament. I have a tree in my den that I put mostly handmade ornaments, excuse me, ornaments on. Things that I've made throughout the years with my Stampin' Up! Items. And so this would be added to that. But this year it's going to go on my regular tree because since my mom passed and I've been, you know, going through her things, she had a few little teacups and saucers. And last year I put a couple of her, she was still alive and she got to see them and she loved them. I put a couple of her teacups on the tree in the den. They look so pretty in the little lights and things that, and the den is right next to the kitchen. I thought this year, since Mom is gone, a way to honor her would to have my tree with nothing but teacups. Now I'm going to put a certain color of velveteen ribbon around the handle of the cups to hang her specific cups from, and then another color of ribbon, velveteen ribbon, for the cups that I'm collecting to honor her, so the tree will have more than just a few cups on it. Now, it might be a little bare for a few years because I'm looking for cups now as I go to garage sales, vintage stores, estate sales, all that type of thing. If they have any cups, I purchase them for that tree, and I think it's just going to be stunning. So anyway, long story short, it's all about an ornament. Look at this card. What do you think? There's a little ornament tucked right in the pocket in the front, and I just think it's absolutely adorable. Look at the Spotlight Nature dies, how they're circles. So they just remind me of an ornament, and you can hang this from your tree very easily. Your Christmas card to your friend can also be an ornament for them to remember. It says, thinking of you with warm feelings and a wish for all the merriest. Isn't that sweet? All right. So then there's this cute little bow again that I used yesterday in my paper pumpkin pop-up. The cute little peppermints again. This is a die in the same set, but I hadn't used it yet. And can you see the plaid in the paper now? That's made with the folder. Lori was here working on Monday, and when she saw this card, she says, Bev, that looks like a quilt. And it's just so warm and fuzzy. I think you're really, really gonna love this card. Here is the inside, and it is stamped with the stamp set I mentioned at the beginning, Peaceful Season, this one here. And here's the basic beige cardstock. See how good it looks with this actual print. Now, if you're commenting or sending me hearts or thumbs up or thumbs downs or sad faces, happy faces, I can't see them. So I'm very sad about that because I really want to know how you feel about this card, but I'm not seeing anything from anyone, darn it. Okay, so let me show you what I did. I cut out the Spotlight, with using the Spotlight Nature dies, I cut out some basic beige cardstock, and I took a needle. Now this is silly, but well, you'll understand. This is a very, very old needle. My mother gave me her sewing machine. She gave that to me way before she died. She gave it to me when I was about 20-something years old because she saw that I didn't like to sew, but when I had to sew, I could use her Singer machine because it was very, very simple, basic, and I love vintage things. I didn't realize it back then, but I do, and that machine is just beautiful. I love it. So I threaded the little holes in this die before we got on, just so you wouldn't have to watch me do the whole thing, but I wanted to show you that you can add the baker's twine to these dies because of the holes, and it's very simple and easy to do. When I'm done, I just snip it, put this back. This stays on my desk and I use a needle all the time. And then I take a little bit of Scotch tape and I just tape this down so it won't flop anywhere. Then I cut out in advance the real red, larger die, and this has the same holes in it as this one did. And I stamped this with the Thinking of You and the real red cardstock. I mean, ink pad. So let me do that. Thank you for being here. If you just popped on, I see some more numbers. I can't see your comments, but still tell me you're here, because I'm going to read the comments later, and 2 people are going to win a card. And then I'm going to need your address so I can mail it out to you if I tell you in the comments that you're the winner. Here are the cards you could win. Okay, so make sure you leave a comment. All right, now I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to use my dimensionals and my snips. Now remember I said that I use 2 pairs of snips all the time. One of them has ribbon around it. That tells me only to use it on ribbon. And this one doesn't have ribbon on it, so it tells me I can use it for my paper projects. So these are dimensionals, regular size, and I'm just going to put a few on the back of the smaller die. Remove the backing and layer this onto the red die for my ornament. Cute little sweet ornament. Now, before I put it on, I have a piece of ribbon. The ribbon is the gold and cherry cobbler ribbon. I've just got a piece. Let's see, let me tell you how long I cut. 6 inches. And I'm just going to fold this in half like that. Then I'm going to look at my stamped area, and I'm going to put this down. Now I think I need a little bit more dimensional back there, because one of the ends is not stuck all the way, and I want it to stay, especially if we're going to put it on the tree, right? Okay, so let me fold that in half and get that stuck down. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to place this down. All right, let's look at the card. Now what's next? We have, since we had the baker's twine out to thread through the holes, I'm taking another piece. I'm taking 13 inches because I'm going to double it. Grab the 2 ends together and then the loop, and then I'm just going to tidy this up by tying a bow right at the top. Okay. It's funny for me today because I feel like I'm all alone because I can't see it in my comments. I don't know what makes electronics do weird things. Some days everything works perfect. Other days, not so much. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this loop here. Oh, I need my ribbon scissors. It just cuts better because they're sharper. And then I'm gonna trim this one down a little bit. There we go. All right, my ornament is ready. Now let's go to that beautiful designer series paper, and let's use the cut and emboss machine. Now I have 2 pieces of scrap paper. This one is cut so I can use this die, which makes all the little holes, and my imagination tells me that this is snowflakes. But your imagination can tell you whatever you want it to tell you. I'm going to tape that down. I'm going to bring my machine up here in a minute. And then this one I'm going to use to make my bow. And these can just be loose on here. So do that, get that ready. And then here is the designer series paper that's going to go through the folder. Now this folder, when I saw it in the catalog, it made me ooh and ah immediately. I knew I was gonna love it. Plus it's one of those great big ones. So fun, fun, fun. Now remember, you can add ink to your folders. What I'm doing right now is I'm lining up the bottom of my designer series paper on the black line that's on the folder. Then I'm going to pinch it closed to keep it still. But you can do so many things with these folders. Folders are just an amazing. I remember when they first came out, they just amazed me. Now this folder is going to take platform 4. So there it is. And we're going to crank through. I'm going to leave this here just because I need to cut out those dies. And I'm going to peel this off the folder. It's a deep impression. So it's kind of like the cookies that I said, you know, when you take your cookies out of the oven and you give them a second before you take the spatula and scrape them off. The same thing, just let this quote unquote cool down and then you can peel it off or it'll pop off easily. But look, can you see all that plaid? Oh my gosh. Lori says it looks like a quilt. I saw little windows, but this is just plain all by itself. There's probably, well, not probably, there's a whole bunch more we can do with that, but that's how I started using it because I couldn't wait. Now here is my pretty peacock card base, basic card base, because we have, you know, so much going on with this card as far as it's an ornament, so we don't need a fun fold in this case because it's already pretty. Now look how those colors in here just pull out with the pretty peacock. I just think it's stunning. So let's get the card back up here so you can kind of see what I'm doing and how it's coming together. Welcome everybody. I see more names. Don't forget to tell me you're here, and if you're new, where you're from, how you're doing, how you like my project, what you think, good or bad. You know, when you give me suggestions, I always look at them. And I'm grateful that you are willing to tell me, you know, I think this, I think that. Oh, I forgot to put this one through, and I don't want to hold you up anymore. I have one already done, so I'm just going to use that, okay? But this just goes through. Oh, no, I need to cut the bow out still. I need to cut the bow out still, so we can do that. But I had one done already because I plan to make more than one of these. So now let's put this aside and bring my machine back, and we're gonna cut out all our pieces that we need. All right, here we go. So platform 1, 2, this is 2, and 3. 3 are the clear acrylics numbers, and we need 2 of those always. Here is what I call snowflakes. Now what I did was I cut this paper the same length or width of the designer series paper, which is 4. It's a layer piece. See here, it's a layer piece, so it's 4 across here. So I cut that at 4, but I made it wider so I could tape the die to the paper. Now it's gonna need to be trimmed because the die is not as wide as the paper, but I did that on purpose. And then here is the pretty peacock, and you can just willy-nilly these on there any way, shape, or form you want to because it's plain cardstock and it doesn't matter. Okay, let's get this in here and crank these through and cut these all out. Oh yeah, I'm glad I'm cutting this out for you because I needed to tell you about trimming that piece. So I get a piece the width I need, but I make it a little bit longer so I have a place to put the Post-it note tape and hold it still. Here's what it looks like. Isn't that adorable? so fun. You know, I see this, oh my gosh. Oh, I just got another idea. I see this with candles, you know, just a confetti background stamped here. If you leave it wider, you can just do oh my gosh, so many things. Here I go. Here I go. Now I'm not going to want to go anywhere, but I have to because I want to play, but not today. All right, I'm going to trim that down. And now I have my pocket piece. Then we're going to take these guys out. If you were here yesterday, you saw this. This is where you need take your pick tool. And there's a little oval hole here that you can push these out. And I'm kind of thinking I need to keep these dies in their pack so I know where they came from originally. But I'm kind of thinking I want to keep these 4 dies on my desk at all times because I'm a bow girl. I love frill, and I think I'm going to be using this bow a whole lot. And I don't want to keep going back and forth to the dies and getting them in and out. But I may have to so I don't forget where they're from. So now I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to curve these 2 little guys, just like that. And then we need our mini glue dots. We're going to put these on a mini glue dot on every one of these. Now this one gets turned over. The good side gets the dot on the front. Then these guys get the mini glue dots, just one side on the inside. Just like that. I'm going to need one more, but there's one right here I can use. So pull this off and then just connect the dots. Cuteness. Now yes, it's 3D. The loops in the bow are 3D, but if you want to, you can smash them down and it's still as cute as can be when you put the card together. I'm going to leave that one there for now. So we're going to put this on like that. Take that other one I said I needed and put it there. And then put this on. And then take this one off. It has a dot on it. Now you can put it square or you can put it at an angle. I'll put this one at an angle. I've been putting them square. Oh, that's cute. And then you can take your Wink of Stella and just brush it on this pretty peacock. Because it's such a rich color, it really shows well with Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella can be a very subtle shimmer, but I think it really shows up well with Pretty Peacock. Let's see here. I always tell my customers, take your pick tools like another finger. Helps you hold things still. And in fact, that's another item I have 2 of because sometimes I need to use 2 take your pick tools depending what I'm doing. Okay, so there we go. Look at that cute stinking bow. All right, where was I? We've got our ornament, we've got our bow, we've got our card base, so we need to put this on. So what I found easiest for putting the pocket on is to take your glue and your mini glue dots, both. And I'm going to put glue and concentrate because I don't want to squirt a whole bunch out. And this one has been clogging up quickly. Making me nervous, making me nervous. Get some scrap paper here. Okay, Mama Needle, where are you? There we go. Now I gotta clean her off. All right, so I put a little bit of glue almost to the top, not quite, across the whole bottom, and then almost to the top again. Okay, then I put it down, make sure the card's right, yes, onto the card. But remember, these two corners are not down yet. Okay, I want to use a mini glue dot. I found that it just really holds a lot better on the corners with a mini glue dot. These guys are a little bit mighty. And you can roll them up if they're too big. And then that holds it down really well. Now we're going to take more of the mighty dots, stick them on the back of the bow. Hi, everybody. And then I'm going to eyeball to get this centered. Isn't that cute? Now you can use this pocket for any reason whatsoever that you want, but I'm slipping in this ornament. See here? Okay. For added cuteness, let me clean this right now before it dries and okay. So for added cuteness, I take my peppermints, and there's 3 sizes here. So I did the medium on one end, sorry, not one end, on one side, and then on the opposite side as well. Then the little tiny ones. Now, I've always told you, when you see these little specialty guys, get them now. Get them now before, you know, well, I know you can't order these until the 5th, but get them when they're available. Maybe get more than 1 pack, because you can keep them forever and always. And when you need something super cute to add to your projects, you'll have them. You won't be saying, oh my gosh, she told me to get those and I never did. Now I wish I had them. I got I got this pack, but I'm going to get more. Okay, so the number is on the little list I gave you. I think it should be. Okay, let's put this back too. Now I have a piece of basic beige cardstock, and I have one of the trees and the pretty peacock ink. So the rest is basic stamping. Put that right there so I have more elbow room. Tap, tap, tap. What I'm going to show you is that you can stamp one solid inked tree and then stamp again without inking up, slightly on the first tree and one more time. And each time the trees are lighter so they look like they're further back. Isn't that cool? Okay, then I'm going to use my real red ink. And the Mary that comes in the stamp set. Which one? Peaceful Season. The Mary's right there and the Christmas is right there. So they're separate, so you can use them however you'd like. Lining up my paper with my glass mat grid. Mary. And then this stamp is large, and I have it at an angle. It helps me keep, it sounds weird, but it helps me keep things straighter. So, again, line this up with the grid on the glass mat. And Christmas. stamp down. I am going to remind you, if you're watching me here today and haven't been on lately, that if you want to come to open house on the 5th of September, please RSVP ASAP. I'm already got a crowd, and I want to make sure that you're in. Hopefully I don't have to turn anybody away, but first come, first serve. And the only way, well, you can come. It's just that if I run out of make and takes, because we're making those beautiful boxes that are in the new mini catalog, if I run out of those, then there won't be a make and take for you. But if you RSVP later, and I will tell you, you definitely can come, but I won't have a make and take because they're all, you know, somebody's already claimed them. All right, so there's the inside of the card. Let me show you the outside of the card. And I don't know how you like it or not because I can't see my comments, but thank you for being here. And let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I see a heart. Oh, now the hearts start coming up. Oh, thank you. I still don't see any comments though. And then just pull this out, and you could even add some more peppermints there for the ornament if you'd like to, and send this off or hand it out to your family and friends. We will see you later. Bye-bye.